Right, Travis Lefevre and Brad Wolf.
Good evening from Sterling. Rob Hastings, Ron Albo. We're set to go here with the Brush Beet Diggers against the Sterling Tigers. Ready, Ron?
I'm ready to go. It's a beautiful night out, a little breezy in Sterling, but you know what? We are ready for some football. It finally feels like football weather here in northeastern Colorado.
It is. Great night for football. A little chilly for announcing.
Tonight's starters for the Brush Beet Diggers. Ben Brown, a senior, 5'9", 130. Caleb Cox, a senior, 5'3", 120. Ryan Dunker, a senior, tight end, 180. Adrian Lopez, a senior running back. Luke Seawald, a sophomore. He'll be playing linebacker tonight. And also, Cade Urich, a senior, 6'2", 185 pounds at quarterback. Sophomore, 5'9", 170, Nick Wellen. Senior, Colin Cole, 5'6", 130 pounds, wide receiver. Isaac D. Herrera on the offensive line, a senior at 5'8", 180. Chase Barnett, a junior, offensive lineman. Michael Nichols, a junior, 6'1", 170, offensive lineman. Josh Chacon, a senior, 5'8", 175. And rounding out the offensive line, senior Kenny Stegner, coming back after a week off, so he's ready and eager to get going underway and play some football tonight.
Okay, for the Sterling Tigers, on offense, we have Bryce Gilliland at 6'2", 170. Brody Hume, seniors, and he's 6'7" now. Started the season at 6'6", 180 pounds, quarterback. Gets a lot of passes out there. Colton Shalla, junior, is the line tight end. Preston Rose, a senior at 6'4", 180, wide receiver. Isaac Harris, a junior, 5'1", 145, wide receiver. Axel Henry, a sophomore at 5'11", 140, wide receiver. Christian Stinson, running back, a senior at 6'1", 175. Nick Stinson, a senior, 6'1", 185, running back. Then we'll have Cade Nelson, a sophomore at 5'10", 160. Zach Bustamante will be 5'1", or 200 pounds, sophomore. They got him in the line. And then we'll also have Reed Kaiser, Jr., 6'3", 280, listed as a tight end. Liam Serjanik, a junior, 6', 155. Hunter Paxton, number 74, he's 6'3", and 200. And we've got Ian Cohn, a junior, at 6'3", 290 pounds.
And tonight's Beet Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan. With locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush, they are available 24/7 for all your banking needs. Well, Rob, like we said, we're just about ready to get kickoff going here. The coin toss is going underway, so we'll figure out who's going to get the ball first.
Sterling won the toss and they have deferred.
Looks like the Beet Diggers are going to get the ball. They're going to defend the goal to our right. We're facing west.
And you know, this is exactly what the Beet Diggers want. I know that coming into this game, if you look at it like we said on paper and stats and everything else, Brush should not be in this game. Sterling should be able to win easily. But you know what? That's why you line up between the hash marks there and you play the game every Friday night. So for Brush, for them to be successful tonight, they've got to put it in the hands of their offense. They got to make sure that those guys can hopefully get some drives put together, 3, 4, 5 yards at a crack here, control the clock, convert on third down. And if they can do that, they're going to keep this high-powered offense off the field, and they're going to be playing right into their hands. So that's what Brush is looking to do, and it's kind of good to see them start on offense right off the bat. Let's just see what they've got put together and get ready to go. I know tonight is also Sterling's homecoming game, so you know that little extra excitement that's in the air, and then also, once again, a Patriot League Patriot League game tonight here in Sterling.
Start that Patriot League. Well, the Beet Diggers get Kenneth Stegner back. He's their biggest lineman at 6'3", 275, and he's a load. And if they can get that running game going, that's going to be the key. They've just been just a play or two away in the last 2 games of winning those games. So.
Yep, definitely. So I know, talking to Coach Schwint, we talked to him last week after the game, and then also this week visiting with him. The big thing is they're constantly seeing improvement, and they know that they're getting better each week. They just got to keep on plugging away. They just got to keep working. Every day they get an opportunity to get out there in the field and work on things and execute and keep players healthy, the better this team's going to get in the stretch.
Number 3, Caleb Cox, and number 24, Colin Cole. Williams
Radio,
set to pick up
PA
at time
announcer.
for Tiger football.
Cox and Cole back. And big number 67, that's Liam Serjanik, 6 foot 155 pounder, set to kick it off. Sterling in black helmets, black shirts, and white trim, black pants too. Beat Diggers in their traveling white tops and yellow pants and the cardinal leggings. Pretty good kick's going to come up. Cox has got it at the 20. He cuts up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks into the clear for a moment, and he's going to step out of bounds. Clear out at about the 43-yard line. Let's see where they mark that.
Stepped out of bounds,
Just outside the 40.
And that's exactly what they talked about. You know, with their special teams, they've improved on their special teams play the last couple weeks, and there's evidence of it there. I know they practiced on that this week, and they practiced that this week during the week in practice, and so obviously when you do that, things pay off, and so the Brush Beat Diggers got the ball first down and 10 from their own 40-yard line.
Beat Diggers come out in a tight formation. Two tight ends. Brown to the near side, put Cole in motion to the far side, underneath hand off behind Stegner, and there's Welland going up for about 5 yards.
Nick Welland, the ball carrier. Drew Book and Christian Rose bring him down after a gain of 5.
They'll set it down at the
for the Diggers.
46-yard line. Second down and we'll call it a long 4. Stegner in that right tackle position. Cox will go wide receiver wide to the right. Backs in a T under center is Urich, and he's going to hand it to the up back, and not much there.
And that time what they did, Rod, they had the tight end on the far side of the field. They took him and they put the wide receiver up on the line of scrimmage, backed the tight end off the line of scrimmage, brought him in motion for an extra blocker in the hole, and as a result, everything got clogged up right there, so it really wasn't an effective play, but brings up 3rd down and 4.
Adrian Lopez, the running back on that one. They've got to get just across the 50 to the 49-yard line to pick up that first down. 3rd down and 4. They'll come back with that one wide receiver to the near side. Put Cole in motion. Hand it off the left side. Break it into the clear as well, and he's going to have the first down.
Picks up a first down.
Sterling Tiger territory. Down about the 47.
And once again, misdirection on the part of the Brush Beat Diggers. What they're doing is they're moving some guys in motion to see how the defense adjusts. And that time they had the defense rotate over to the far side of the field, left a big opening on the short side of the field, and Welland got the ball cut up inside there and made some good yardage.
Lance Sweat said in an interview last week he was going to change up some of his play calling. And coming to the near side instead of the far side where the motion was going. They're under center. And hand off this near side again. And slipping down is Adrian Lopez.
Adrian Lopez carries the ball.
That's for about a gain of about 8 yards, according to my markings here. 7
yards.
Yeah, 6, 7 yards there. He's down to the 41.
And like we said, right off the bat, we're at 10 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Brush has got the opening kickoff. Right now, they're in control of the game, keeping the ball moving down the field.
They bring Cole to the near side, Brown to the far side, backs in the T. That's Lopez and Welland. Gehrig under center, right side, and maybe a yard. Not much in there. Right behind Stegner.
Maybe about a yard he might have picked up.
3rd down and 4.
PA guy says 4. It looks like 3 to me, but we can say 4. I think he's pretty close there. Dunker, the tied in. He's on the near side. Slot to the right. Backs in the T. Hand off to Welland. He dives up. He's going to be very close to the first down. No, they're going to mark him down about a yard short. We'll keep an eye on that far side official.
It's going to be short of the line of the game. It'll be 4th down.
4th down and a long yard.
It's a long yard right now, and they're going to go for it.
Oh, just about the 38.5.
I would look in this situation possibly a bootleg to the short side. Well, they're in the middle of the field, so either side of the field a bootleg would be a good call at this point. It looks like it might come bootleg this side.
Backs in the T. And you're right. There's the power run off the left side. It's going to be close.
Going to be close. We'll see where they spot the ball.
I think they got it.
I would say from my vantage point, I'm looking at where the ball is placed. I think it is a first down.
It is. First and 10 Diggers. Good blocking off the left side there.
The opening kickoff was brought to you by Buildings by Design. Buildings by Design has the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design.
Moving the huddle around a little bit. Eric leads them out. He's going under center. Brown way to the right side. And there's, Urick with a keeper around the right side. He's got blocking. There's a flag. He's going to be hit down. Up around the first down. Down about the 25-yard line.
And I believe we had holding on our slot receiver to the far side of the field there. I know that's a tough call when you're running a bootleg to those two receivers side. There's a lot of pressure put on that slot receiver to make sure he seals that in so that our quarterback can get up inside there.
That was going to hurt.
Holding on the offense.
They're going to mark that off from behind the line of scrimmage. So that's going to end up being about a 13 or 14-yard penalty.
From the 40-yard line, so that should put the ball back at the 50.
A little confusion on their start. Now they're marching it off.
And 23.
Okay, first down and 23. Knows the ball right on the 50. Put Brown wide to the right. Slot to the right for the Diggers, two tight ends. And underneath handoff right up the middle, only a couple of yards.
Welland, the ball carrier.
For Nick Welland.
Hunter Paxton there to make the stop.
Forget Welland's just a sophomore.
Gain of about a yard that time. Brings up second down and 22 from from Sterling's 49-yard line. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. From Sterling, Ron Elbow, along with Rob Hastings.
The Diggers were driving, but that 14-yard penalty really hurt. Out of the shotgun, Urick's quick pass and went towards Brown, but there was a big rush on him by 58, I think that is.
Third down.
That'll be Drew Book, sophomore, 6'2", 205. He was right in there on Urick. Brown was double covered over there on the far right side.
And that time they went into their double, two receivers on each side of the ball, and just finds the guy in the slot there, hoping that there's some room. The safety drops off, and he tried to get the ball to him, but it was an incomplete pass.
Third down and 22. Urick in the shotgun. Three wides to the right side. Low snap. Urick keeps it. Tries to go forward.
Who's living there to make the stop for a loss of 2 on the play.
That'll put it back at the Beat Diggers 49. So it's going to be a big kick here from Fuga to get him down if we can.
Deep to receive for the Tigers. Junior Fuga back to do the punting for Brush.
Okay, Fuga's set. He's going to set up about his 31-yard line. Sterling Tiger back there. I can't pick up the number. But Fugas gets the kick away. Not a very good one. It's going to hit down and roll. Good roll for the Beat Diggers inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. So start the drive at the 17. Beat Diggers ate up a lot of time there, though.
And that, 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go now. Sterling's got this the first time Sterling's had the ball. So we'll see what comes out, what they come out with, and how our defense can react to that.
Adrian Lopez, the corner on the far right side. Cox on the near side, or Brown on the near side. Cox covering the slot receiver. Beat Diggers with a three-man line, a little undercut and a screen pass, but it's going to drop a little short.
Yeah, and that time what Sterling's doing is they're going to throw the ball. There's no no hiding that. They'll send that little receiver that's standing next to the quarterback in a little quick flare, get him the ball real fast, and hopefully he gets a one-on-one matchup with one of our defensive backs and can make something happen. Now we got 3 receivers to the near side of the field and a single receiver to the far side.
And in the shotgun with the running back, he'll move from the right side to the left side of Hume. Hume back to the near side, kind of a wide receiver screen, and hopping and bouncing around for the first down.
Rose, who picked up a first down.
Nick
Out past the
Spencer.
30-yard line.
Excuse me, that's
Right on the 30-yard line. First
20.
and
They're
10
going
Tigers.
to go Christian Rose, 6'4", 180. And they're going to come right back up the line of scrimmage. Figures adjust, 3 wides to the right side. And they'll screen it off the other side. And running into the clear and cutting back is Rose. He's going to be into the beat bigger territory.
50-yard line this time.
About a 20-yard pickup.
Nick Wellen on the stop for the Biggers.
And this is exactly what Brush did not want to have happen, to get in this shootout match here with these receivers and these mismatches, and that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're just moving guys out. They're running quick flares and little bubble screens and getting them down, getting the ball in their hands and letting them make a play.
2 wides to the near side, 1 to the far side. Hume's going to look over here to the near side. There's another screen, and falling down is number 20. That's Christian Rose.
Trips up after a gain of 4. The second and 6 now for the Tigers.
He'll set it down inside with the beat bigger 46. No huddle again. 3 wides to the left, 2 to the near side.
5 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the opening quarter from Sterling.
Coach changing the play from the sideline. Brody Hume will step back. Nobody with him. Looking long. Across the middle. In and out of the hands of beat bigger.
Overthrown.
Let's see, who is that?
I'm not sure exactly where he was going that time, but it was right into the hands of a Brush beat digger in the defensive backfield, and I don't think he expected it. Obviously, you've got to be ready, but he didn't expect that ball coming. Adrian Lopez was kind of shell-shocked there when that ball came right to him.
Colin Cole, I think, was the one that hit him right in the hands. That's a bad place, I guess. Okay. 2 wides to the left, 1 to the near side. Running back is Isaac Harris. There's 5'11", 5'1", 145. He's not very big. Put Rose in motion, hand it to him, kind of that
jet sweep.
Little sweep there, and he's going to pick up 8, 9, 10 yards.
Christian Rose running the jet sweep. That's his first carry of the year. It looks like he's going to pick up the first down.
Christian
Rose.
Rose.
Along with Nick Wellen, but
Nick Wellen on the
real
stop once
close
again for
to
Brett.
that, first
Tigers are
down.
marching first and 10 from the 39-yard line.
And so that time what they did is they ran that guy in motion and gave him the ball, where before they ran him in motion, faked the handoff, and threw that quick pass down the field, the prior play, which almost got picked off by Brush. So they're just mixing things up and kind of trying to keep Brush off balance.
First and 10 at Brush's 39. Another wide receiver screen here to the near side, cutting back and going down.
That's Jacob Segi on the reception from Hume. It's going to be another Tiger first down.
Jacob Segi.
King Queen there on the stop for Brush. Tigers are marching now. It'll be first and 10 from the 29-yard line now.
That's going to move it up. Ball's going to set down at 29. No huddle again. It's going to wear the beat diggers down. Hume in the shotgun. Going to throw it out to the right side. He's got a receiver, but there's a beat digger all over it for about a 4-yard loss.
Isaac
Ben Brown on the
Harris
tackle. Isaac Harris,
taking down behind the line of scrimmage by Colin Cole.
145.
A loss of 4 on the play. Bring up second and 14 now.
We go with that no huddle again. And goes up, talks to his center. We put Isaac Harris to the left side. Segi in motion. Beat diggers across the middle. Oh, number 20 is going to go all the way. Beat diggers fell down. Ben Brown got his feet tangled up.
He was the miss of the Reds. Breaks a couple tackles and takes it into the end zone for the opening score.
Is that right, 29?
Yep.
Okay.
29-yard touchdown Pass and reception from Hume to Rose for a touchdown at 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the opening quarter from Sterling. Sterling up by a score of 6-0 right now, getting ready to kick the extra point.
So that Brody Hume will be the holder.
William Serganik on to attempt the extra point.
Liam Serganik, or the PA guy said it totally different. That's good. It was low.
After one position, Tigers lead
Make it 7-0 for the Tigers. So,
Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. And like we said, Rob, I think what happened is with that hurry-up offense, Brush wasn't able to sub guys in there, and so it did kind of take its toll on them, and so they've got to figure out a way to try to get some more pressure on that quarterback if they don't want this to turn into a shootout with Sterling just running up and down the field. So it'll be interesting to see if they can go back to the basics again, run the ball like they did in the opening series and control the clock and try to get some kind of score out of this real quick.
Welcome home, Tigers.
Nobody's been close to Hume. But, Liam Serganik will kick it off.
Keeps the ball up to kick off for the second time. Caleb Cox and Colin Colback each to receive.
The low kick will come to the near side. Cox has got it. He's running to the near side, breaks it up free and across the 40-yard line. Good blocking by the Beefeaters. Cox is a little quicker than he looks.
A lot quicker, and they're doing a good job. They're setting up that return, and what Sterling's doing is Sterling is collapsing to the inside and leaving we've got a wall set up to the near side of the sidelines here where Cox is just able to find a little crease and get upfield.
83-yard drive for Sterling. Cox will start there at the 40, or the Beefeaters start there after that run back by Cox at the 41. Underneath handoff. Breaking to the near side and up for about 6
Nick Wellen, the ball
yards.
carrier.
Nick
Hunter
Wellen.
Paxton coming over from the defensive line to make the stop after a nice pickup. Pick up 7 yards that time, bring up 2nd and 3.
We'll have Cox come into the play as Colin Cole goes out.
And they, for the most part, will be rotating those plays in with those receivers all night long. Once in a while, you'll see a running back come in. They'll be subbing each other with Morales and Adrian Lopez.
Okay, Cox in the slot, backs in the T. And we got a flag
before
on the other
that
side. Not sure if Beefeaters jumped or offsides on the
Offsides on the offense. They'll be back about 5 yards.
Yep, and that time the play they had set up, Rod, they brought the running backs in, and the weak side of the formation was our near sider. So what they did is they slid the running backs to the left to take advantage of that mismatch. And what happened is the receiver jumped on the far side of the field, and therefore they're offsides.
I think we got a timeout.
Timeout is called by Brush.
This Brush timeout is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call at 842-4555.
Okay, and then Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. Beefeaters are ready to go. Sterling's still huddled up there. How about B&B Appliance? When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan. That's B&B Appliance. They carry a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances. They'll help you find the perfect fit. B&B Appliance, downtown Fort Morgan. Okay. 2nd and 8 for the Beefeaters. And now
Offsides on the defense.
Gonna get that 5 yards right back.
Those 5 yards back.
Seemed like that play was never going to get going.
I know. It looked to me like Drew Book jumped off sides there from Sterling. Yep. He just got a little antsy there and went across the line of scrimmage there, tried to get back in time. Referees blew the whistle. He was offside, so there that helps get that 5 yards back again for Brush.
Like it's 2nd and 3. Ball set down just inside the 48-yard line of the Beat Diggers. Urick, a little keeper off the right side. He gets a stiff arm, being chased, and he's going to be tripped down. That's number 19.
Colton Shaw,
6'4", 175 out there.
It'll be 3rd and long now, 3rd and 7 for Brush.
That's about a 5-yard loss there.
Yeah, they were setting up the bootleg that time, which was a good call, but unfortunately you got to have some block in there, and our guys were not able to hold their blocks.
Got a good stiff arm on the first tackler, but couldn't outrun the last one. Okay, 3rd down and long. 3rd and 8 to go. Urick looks it over, goes under center, and he's back to pass. A little underneath pass, and back it away.
Broken up that time by Kristen Rose.
20, that's Kristen Rose.
Lieutenant for Dunker. The 4th down now for Brush.
Ryan Dunker had slipped out to the right side.
Coming out.
Good coverage there. So Puga's going to come in for a punt. They'll send Isaac Harris back deep. Haven't seen Isaac Morales this week. Now he's out here on defense. Good high kick. And there's Cox outrun the kick, and they'll hit it down at the 21-yard line.
Minute and 42 seconds to go in the opening period from Sterling. Sterling Tigers lead by a score of 7-0.
Only 1:42 here in the quarter. Okay, we're going to have number 30 rushing in there. Short one, that's Nick Stinson. He's going into the backfield. 2 wides to the near side, one way over to the left side, far side. And here comes a wide receiver screen. The Beat Diggers got to come up and do something with that. Morales with the tackle. And that was on the
Morales on the stop.
No huddle again.
Should be 2nd and 5.
Wide to the left.
26-yard line.
Got Axel Henry here to the near side along with Rose. Brody Hume in the shotgun. Lifts his leg up, hands it to number 25, the near side, and then as he's going to be hit down, right on the blocker. That looked like that was clean on the tackle. 0, and I think that was
1 on the run.
There. He was limping a little bit at the end of the last game. 3rd and 7 for Sterling. So they set up their 25. Hume goes with a hard count. Now he'll step back. Look at his coach. Coach is waving in a play for him. 2 wides to the near side. Nick Stinson in the backfield with Hume. And Hume looks long, throws it long. Out with coverage is Brown. And Axel Henry run right over Brown there. That would have been offensive pass interference.
And the punt team coming out.
Ball was overthrown, but maybe the only thing that saved him there. Well, the Beat Diggers did a punt here. And then Brown will set up at Beat Digger 40. Christian Rose set to punt it away from his 10-yard line. And he's going to run it. And there's not anybody out here. He's going to have a first down, cuts it up. One man to beat, breaks into the air, but a nice job by Brown. Hits him down at the 39-yard line of the Beat Diggers. There was about 5 blockers out there and only one beat digger slowed him down just about a step and couldn't get past Brown. But
a 35-yard pickup on a fake punt from Sterling ends up with the first down inside beat digger territory. What a gutsy play on the part of the Sterling Tigers.
And then they go to a no huddle. Beat diggers trying to get set on defense. They may have to call timeout. Somebody did.
That's the end of the first quarter.
End of the quarter. Gee. Well, how about that? Let's take a moment. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Sterling up 7-0 here in the as we start the second quarter. Welcome back. There's a run by Rose, but a nice job by Ricky Mendez. No gain on a play. It'll be second 10 to go. Hit the 40 inside the 40-yard line for the Tigers. Putting him back in the shotgun. He's going to look to the near side. Single coverage out here and over the head of the receiver. Harris there. Then he was covered there by Adrian Lopez. Good coverage by the senior for the Beat Diggers. Sterling going with the no huddle again in the black uniforms, white numbers, and some black leggings, some white leggings out there. Here's a three-man line, and Hume comes to the near side, and there's batted in the air.
Pass intended for.
That was Axel Henry, but it was a little too tall for him. There's changing up on their coverage on that. It's almost like a blitz from the back receiver there.
Well, they figured out that when they send that guy in motion, usually they kind of run that bubble screen out here. So at that time, Ryan Dunker did a great job of reading that play right now and made a break on the ball and almost came up with an interception.
Bryce Gilliland is going to come off the bench and go two wides clear to the right side. Getting back now, he looks at the coach for signals. Two wides to the near side. And Hume back to pass. He's looking to the far side. It's going to bounce it in to Rose.
That'll be a turnover on downs for the Tigers. Russ will take over. First and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Huge defensive stand for the Brush Beat Diggers that time. Sterling coming out and really not respecting our defense too much to decide to go for it on third down or fourth down and 10, and they come up short.
And the Beat Diggers will head the other direction now.
$11:16 to go.
Third drive of the game. And they'll come out. Backs in the tee. Did Urick under center?
Well, in the ball carrier.
Give it to Welland.
Bryce Dillon makes the stop.
Maybe a half a yard.
Second
Give him a yard
now
on that. Move it out to the 41-yard line. About a yard and the football length there.
Yep. 10 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the second quarter from Sterling. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings as the Brush Beat Diggers are taking on the Sterling Tigers.
Ben Brown wide to the left. Underneath handoff right up the middle. I think that's Welland on the carrier for about 3 good yards, almost to the 50.
There on the collision makes the stop.
Set it right down on the 49-yard line.
Third and just about 5 yards to go for Brush.
Here it gets play from Colin Cole.
Look at the personnel that's in here. I'm expecting something to come to this near side of the field, maybe a quick hitter straight ahead to Isaac Morales.
Cole in the slot, underneath handoff, twisting and turning as
Well,
well.
ball carrier,
He's going to get positive yardage, but he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll set it down at the 49-yard line of Sterling. Looks like they're going to bring a punter in here. Puga's coming in with a bunch of other guys.
Senior Puga to kick. Isaac Harris back deep for the Tigers once again.
Number 24, Isaac Harris at 5'1", 145 sets up about the 22-yard line. Puga, you got a low line driver. It's going to kind of push him back. Great coverage by the Beat Diggers. The Ice
The ball
Morales
comes down
touching it
at
down
the
at about the
15-yard
15-yard line.
where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
I guess everybody in the stand can know what's going on the football game. And that'll be 1st and 10 for the Sterling Tigers, right at the 15. As they'll head south. It's to our left. Came out of the shotgun. Motion back, coming to the near side. Got blockers. And being head out of bounds. That's 25, Axel Henry at 5'11", 140. He's going to be up for about 4 or 5 yards here. See where
Almost
they mark it down.
For the Tigers on that one, we'll call it 2nd and 3.
Two wides to the right side. No huddle again. Come from the near sideline. There's a handoff right up the middle. And
Payson White
should be a
ball
first
carrier.
down
He's
for
going to pick up first down
Sterling.
yards
About
to the
a
Tigers.
4-yard carry for Payson Whited. He's a junior at 5'8", 140. Just a little underneath handoff that time. Throws far to the right. 2 wide receivers here to the short side. And we'll put Henry in motion underneath handoff. And ankle tackle was Josh Chacon tripping him down, but he dove forward for about 3 yards.
Joshua Chacon
Like
making
it's
the
2nd
stop.
down and 7. Ball at the 31. No huddle again. Little motion there by Henry. Now Hume looks sidelines, walks up to center. Now he goes back in the shotgun. Little pass over the middle, a big tight end, and hit down about the 45-yard line.
Just shy of the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers from there.
You catch that number, that's 19.
Number 19.
He's at 6'4", 165, so 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And right now they've got Brush just scrambling to try to figure out how to stop this passing attack with all the multiple formations in motion.
And there's a run to the near side, nothing there for Rose.
Excuse
me, they had me. That was Hume on the keeper. Everybody was tackling 28 from the near side. That's Christian Stinson.
7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for the Tigers.
Fooled about everybody, especially me.
Even the cameraman.
7-yard gain. The cameraman too?
Cameraman too.
Okay, he was going to throw it to the near side. Another one of those screens, kind of a comeback. And missed tackle by the Beat Diggers. That'll be 1st and 10.
To the 40-yard line this
And
time.
Sterling will be in the Beat Diggers
Tigers on the
territory
move
at the
once again.
45-yard line. Wish I could put a sock in that speaker up there.
Yeah, we're not in an ideal position right now where we're broadcasting from. That speaker's right in our ears, and we apologize for that.
Okay, 3 wides to the right side. Going from the near side hash mark. Underneath handoff, breaking up into the middle. One man to me.
Same play they ran last time. They fake that. He rides that inside. It's like an option. He rides that inside to Rose there, and Rose carries out a great fake. You think he's got the ball, and Hume's right behind him picking up yardage.
Oh, man. He's really handling that ball well. Taking Jacob Segi out in the slot right. And Hume's going to roll to the right, being rushed. Good rush and being hit down.
Great job by Ricky Mendez, putting the pressure on him, keeping him contained, not allowing him to get outside the pocket and make big plays by taking off, running down the field, or throwing that ball. That's a great job.
Did a nice job there. Hume at 6'7", 180. He's tall and lean. But, Ricky took him down, but he was able to throw it away, so it'll be 2nd and 10. From the Beat Digger 28. They're working from the near hash marks. He talks to the center, backs up. And he's just handed off straight up the middle. Not much there. Quinn, ball's loose. Lineman got a hold of it. That's big number 74. Hunter Paxton, 6'3", 200.
saying the forward progress was stopped. They're moving the ball back up. So it'll be third down, 7 for the Tigers from the 25-yard line.
The Rose clear to the right. Sagi. And Amos will go out to the right side. Working from their side hash marks. And somebody's tight ends bouncing around now. We'll have 3 wides to the right side. And we get a
timeout
whistle
called by the Tigers.
I don't think the coach liked what was going on there. The Tigers will call timeout. How about that? Let's take a short timeout. The Tigers lead it 7-0. 5:52 here in the second quarter. Tigers on top. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Underneath handoff, and no, Hume has it again. He's going to be up for the first down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, he's slick with that fake there.
Isaac Morales making a stop for
Well, he's great at disguising the ball. You don't know where it's going. He looks like he's going to hand it off. He pulls it at the last minute, follows that running back up through the hole, and he's got the ball and picking up big yards.
First and 10 from the 15. Hume up. Looked like he was going to go under center. As he sets up about 3 yards behind, and he'll hand it off. No, going to keep it to the left side. And breaks into the clear. He may dive in, and he's got a touch. No, he's going to be out of bounds at the 3.5-yard line.
Outside the 3-yard line.
So it was a 14-yard pickup for him. First and goal now.
First and goal, Tigers from the 3-yard line.
And no huddle again. Rose to the right. The Tigers moving around on defense, not quite sure what to do. Hume looks to coach. Sometimes they go up there, run it quick, and now they reset. Another play.
Bubble.
Then you got your screen going on. Nope, across the middle, and there's a pass for a touchdown, and that goes into Rose. Yes, he was had good coverage on him. He just jumped a little higher. A great pass there by Hume. And the Tigers will go up 13-0 on that 3-yard pass.
And that time what they did is they ran that motion, that bubble screen out to the right. Everybody kind of bit, thought they were going to run the bubble. And that receiver who was in the slot ran a quick slant. He was wide open, threw it for a touchdown.
And the extra point. Extra point is up, and it is good. 20 alert that time for
14 for the Tigers, nothing for the Beat Diggers.
5:14 to go here in the second quarter.
So, as you said, that Tiger offense is something else. How about Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving northeastern Colorado now and located in Fort Morgan and Sterling? They have a great selection of new and used vehicles. Stop by and take a test drive. That's North Transwest Chevrolet Buick. Okay, looks like the Beat Diggers are set up to receive the kick already. Brown and Colin Cole are deep, then Brown for the Beat Diggers. Liam Serjanik set to kick it away. And a short kick. Welland's going to wait for it to bounce, grab it, cuts off the left side and right up the center. He's going to be down across the 30, the 36, 37-yard line.
Dominic Cardona making the stop at the 36-yard line this time.
So it was a 75-yard drive by the Tigers. Wow. And the Beat Diggers set up, headed north. They call it their own 36-yard line. And Colin Cole to the near side. Around to the far side, backs in the tee.
Welland's ball carrier.
Yeah, Welland's got
it. Making the stop.
Swiveling those hips.
About
3.5 yards.
3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 7 now for Brett.
Set the ball down at the 39. Brown out to the left side, Cox to the near side. Beat Diggers coming from the near side hash mark, headed north. Underneath handoff to Wellen again. He's dived forward for maybe a 2 yards. Having a hard time moving to big guys like Reed Kaiser. 6'3", 280 out of the way. He's in on the tackle. Bring up 3rd and 5 for the Beat Diggers. Ball set at the 41-yard line. .401 and counting here in the second quarter. Slot to the near side. And back to pass is Jurek. He's throwing it up right into 2 Sterling Tigers.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
Took that come from behind the play there a little bit. There was 2 Beat Diggers fighting for the ball along with 2 Sterling
Yeah,
Tigers.
it was evenly matched. I think it looks as though it might be defensive pass interference.
Penalty is going to go against the Tigers.
And that's a huge play for Brush right there to keep this drive alive on 3rd down and 5, being able to convert that via penalty anyway and keep this drive going and control the clock hopefully for the last 3 minutes and 38 seconds.
What we got, so that'll give Brush a first down after we mark out the yardage. A 15-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage, so
High school, that hurts 15 yards.
Russell had it on the 44-yard line of Sterling.
Okay. Beat Diggers right in the center of the field at their Tigers 44. Hand off to the far side, and that's Adrian Lopez. He's driving forward.
Adrian Lopez.
And he should be close to a first down, if not have a first down, based on where that referee's standing right now. He's just shy of it by probably half a ball length.
2nd and 1 this time for Brush.
2nd and short for the Beat Diggers. Ball just knows the ball on the back side of the ball on the 35-yard line. Eric under center. Hands it off to the right side. And another nice run by Adrian Lopez. He should have the first down.
First down pickup.
Nick Wellen on the carry.
Oh, is that Wellen?
Yep.
Okay.
Down to the 30-yard line.
Got wild Indians running around here. Maybe that's Tigers. Bunch of little kids running around.
Brings up a first down and 10 from the Tigers 30-yard line.
Staying in the middle of the field. Brown to the left. Colin Cole in the slot to the left side. Underneath handoff to Wellen. Puts his head down. For about 3 yards.
Wraps him up along with Nick Stinson. Pick up a 3 yards on the play. He's 2nd and 7 now.
We take Stinson out at 6'1", 185 and bring in a 280-pound Kaiser.
Kaiser, a lot more beef in that line to try to shore up that center of the line there and shut down this running game of Brush. So Brush will counter with it. They take away something on the inside. They'll run off tackle, run a sweep on the outside.
Sebastian Medina for the Beat Diggers to the far side and the
Wellen, the ball carrier once again.
Go the PA guy, Wellen. Jurek had me faked out on that one. A little misdirection off of that running play.
3rd down now for the Brush, 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3, short 3 from the 27.
Well, we can hear Coach Schwint all the way up here.
Is that who that was?
That's Coach Schwint. And we're pretty high up.
Sebastian Medina wide to the left. Wellen in the backfield. Hand off to the up back. That's Adrian Lopez.
Met in the backfield. Hunter Paxton right there. Rodrigo Del Rio also in on the stop. Going to be a loss on the play. 4th down for Brush.
Maybe a loss of a length of a ball, maybe, but be 4th and 3 still. Tigers are going to go for it.
50 seconds to go in the second quarter, and Brush took this drive over at 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second quarter, and they've controlled the ball since then.
Jurek going to go under center. Lopez in the backfield of Welling. Little motion by Colin Cole, but
Well,
short of his shots.
Tiger ball. And they have 25 seconds left here. So they can go to the 25 seconds from 50 from the 22-yard line.
Sterling will head south from the 22. Only 25 seconds left here in the first half. Beat Diggers down 14-0. Sterling has the ball. There's spread it out 3 wides to the right side, far side. One to the near side. They'll throw a little, what do you call that? A one-man
bubble screen out here to
Rose out of bounds after stepping out of bounds at the 20.
Diggers just having a terrible time.
That's hard to defend that. I mean, those plays come at you so quick. They get the ball out real quick, and they provide there's a little space there, and that receiver can just pick his routes where he wants to run.
Only took 4 seconds on that play.
Yep.
Adrian Lopez on the near receiver. 3 wides to the right. And we're moving from the near hash mark. And he'll put Henry in motion now, throw it to the near side. And there's could have been a flag. I'm not quite sure. The Beat Digger defender slowed up Rose, as Rose is running up the back of Adrian Lopez. It's just going to go as an incomplete, 3rd and 5. Stop the clock with 16 seconds left. No huddle for the Tigers. 3 wides to the left side, the right side, excuse me. Humes back to pass. No rush at all across the middle. He's got a receiver breaking into the clear. And Austin Henry's got a foot race. Lopez is going to catch him. But he'll be down with 5 seconds left here in the quarter. That's going to be inside the Bigger 20. Ouch.
Jim the Henry down to the 18-yard line.
There's Henry on the reception as he just come from the far side, cut across the field on a slant. And Brody Hume hit him right in the numbers. Ouch. Tigers threaten to score with 5 seconds left here as they're down at the Beat Diggers. Let's call it the 18-yard line.
We will be having halftime activity coming up.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan
winners are
will fit you in a car or truck of your choice, serving all of northeastern Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East. Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine, believe, and achieve. Okay. We'll put Isaac Harris in motion. 3 wides to the right. They'll settle him down. Hume, the backfield by himself. 5 wide receivers. They'll put Segi in motion. He'll stop over to the right side. That'll put 4 wides to the right side. And Hume's going to call timeout.
Timeout by the Tigers.
No play there.
3rd and final timeout.
So they didn't like what they seen there, or we're just trying to set the Beat Diggers up for those 5 wide receivers. But Ingmar Phillips Insurance, looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmar Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide you with a quote. That's Ingmar Phillips Insurance. Okay. Tigers make their way out. I'll send Trevor Smith wide to the right. Axel Henry out to the right. Goes to the near side. And Hume back to pass. He's going to look towards the ends. He's going to be sacked. Nope. He's going to get dinged for a...
penalty flag on the play.
He just threw the ball into the ground. Kind of just tossed it forward. I don't think the official's
grounding is the call on the Tigers.
to buy that one. It'll be intentional grounding. That'll end the half.
The first half.
With the Tigers up 14-0 over the Beat Diggers. An entertaining game, but pretty much all Tigers. But good defense by the Beat Diggers. Got a couple good long drives, but couldn't punch it in. So with that, the Tigers lead it 14-0 here at halftime for Ron Aldahl with Rob Hastings. We're going to send it back to Rose for some of our sponsors here on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Welcome back, and we're finally ready for kickoff. Junior Fuga sets the ball up, and he's going to kick it away to the Sterling Tigers. That's kind of scary. Still not quite sure which direction the wind is going. I think it's going to go with the kick. Nice high kick, but it's only coming down to about the 12-yard line, cutting to the near side, and cutting back and out to about over across the 30.
Close to the 35.
I thought the receiver was going to cut it up and looked like he had a lane, but he cut right back into a brush tackler.
And that was Rose on the reception for Sterling. As Sterling starts off the second half with the ball at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 for Sterling. Send two wides to the right side. He has Isaac Harris in the backfield with him. Two wides to the near side. And we got a wide receiver in the slot too, underneath. Now that keeper by Hume again. He's up for a first down inside of Beat Digger territory.
About 17 yards on that. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Territory at the 49.
Hume hasn't handed it off for a long time.
No.
He's just been keeping it. Till Beat Digger shut that down. He's probably not going to hand it off. No huddle. Isaac Harris in the backfield. They're going to throw that bubble screen. Two missed tackles and finally hit down. Catch that number on a tackler. Queen with the tackle. But that's going to be a nice pickup going to Christian Rose again for about 7 yards. We'll set it down at the Beat 44. 43. Isaac Harris in the backfield with Brody Hume. Kind of a low snap, and he does hand it off to Isaac Harris, and he's going to be up across the 40 of the Beat Diggers down to the 39.
Down to the 37-yard line that time. Ricardo Mendez making the stop. It was first and 10 Tigers.
And right there, what Sterling did is they just went with their big offensive lineman driving out and just running straight at the middle of the brush defense.
Beat Diggers going with 3 down linemen, and they're going to take advantage of that. Looks like they decided to do that at halftime. There's a run, breaking into the open about 15 yards. Good grief, that was Isaac Harris there.
21-yard line.
Looks like a big change there by the Tigers at halftime. Instead of fighting all the defensive backs, they're just working over the line there.
They're just going right at the defense, and you've got to have these guys out in coverage because of the receivers. They put so many receivers in the pass routes, but this is a great opportunity just to run the ball right at the brush defense, right in the middle there, where there's not very many guys to fill in and make tackles.
Tigers down to the Beat Digger 21, first and 10. And there's a pass across the middle, and nobody there. We get a late flag here right to the near side. There's one on the far side, too, though. We had an illegal receiver downfield.
Legal man.
Illegal man, yeah.
So that would have been an offensive lineman in that pass play getting downfield.
That's going to cost him 5 yards. We'll go back to the 26-yard line. Be first down and 15. Moving the shotgun. 2 wides to the right side, 2 to the near side. 3 to the right side. One in the slot there too. One's kind of hidden over there among the beat diggers. See him all by himself. Got a motion man coming to the near side. He's going to roll out to the near side, throw it up, and it's going to be short of the receiver. Good pressure there by the beat diggers. That was Ricky Mendez on the pressure.
And they brought that receiver in motion, drug him all the way across the formation, hoping to lock up with him, and it was an incomplete pass.
The Tigers don't think they've had a huddle yet. 2 wides to the right, 2 to the near side. Receiver in the slot, Hume back there by himself. They'll bring Rose to the near side, a 2-man screen, and good blocking there. He's going to be hit down. Isaac Mendez on the Isaac Morales on the stop.
And Rose does a great job. Yeah, he does a great job on that screen. Hume just gets the ball out to him, and Rose is so good. He's so shifty. He's able to step in and out and avoid tacklers and pick up good yards.
Sterling sets up with only 1 wide receiver, 1 in the slot. Back to pass, a big rush by the beat diggers, and it goes for a touchdown. A beautiful pass out there to Alex Henry. Beat diggers, like I said, put up the rush, and Hume just laid it out there right into the end zone. So the Tigers go up 20-0 at 9:02 left here in the third period. Beat diggers haven't touched the ball yet this half. 3rd touchdown pass of the night for Hume.
Williams took that. He's 3 for 3. That's the point here. The Tigers lead 21-0.
21-0 here. Well, Ron, any answers?
Pressure on the quarterback if they can, but it's awful difficult when you've got to have all your defensive backs and linebackers in coverage because they've got 5 guys, 6 guys out on pass routes. So when they are in that situation, then all of a sudden Sterling's running right at them, and there's nobody there they're outnumbered. You got 5-on-3, and the 5-on-3 is going to win that battle every single time.
The Tigers set to kick it away. James Serjanik sets it on the tee. Got Colin Cole to the near side. And the kick's going to go to Cole. He kicks it about the 12-yard line. Got a good bunch of blockers, side steps. He's going to be running out. He's about to the 40-yard line.
Close to the 40-yard line.
Hit down by Isaac Harris. So good run back by Colin. 12 out to the right at the 40.
Right on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 rush.
The beat diggers are headed to our right, to the north. Cox wide to the left. And pass, handoff to Morales. He's going to be hit down hard, about 4-yard pickup.
He's taken down by Kirsten Rose after a gain of 5 yards.
Number 20, Rose. Well, we're going to give him forward progress to the 45. We're up 2nd and 5. Let's see Morales go backwards. He got hit pretty hard on that tackle. Go with the backs and the tee. Back to pass is Urich. He's got Dunker open. Intercepted. And cutting back into the 20. Still in the open. And Urech's going to catch him with a little help. But just coming from nowhere. And that was Rose, I think.
Yeah, that was Rose on that interception. Just stepped right in front, read the quarterback's eyes perfect, stepped in front of the pass, right in front of Ryan Dunker, took the interception and returned it. And now they're in positive yardage back inside the 17-yard line for Brush.
Rose has been probably the most productive receiver today, and he was receiving again. Thought Dunker was open, but he just slashed in there and grabbed the ball. Tigers will send Trevor Smith wide to the right at 130 pounds. A motion by Segi. He's got the ball running to the right side, and he's going to be hit down. I don't think he gained anything there. Jacob Segi.
And what they're doing with that jet sweep is they're just trying to take advantage of the fatigue on the defense there, and hopefully banking that they can break one around the end there and get him in the end zone.
Two wides to the near side. One to the right, one in the slot. And comes up to the center, taps him, step back in the shotgun. The slot receiver to the near side, back to pass. You see him going for the touchdown, and that's going to be a catch, a battle there, but there's a flag, but I think that's going to be on the Beat Diggers. That's 35, is it? It's 6'7", 170 pounds. Jason Frank. There's no way the bigger defender was going to be able to knock that one down. Jim just throw it to the back corner of the near side of the end zone, and now Sterling's gone up 27-0. Scary offense. And it goes up to 28-0 with 2 extra points. Third quarter, 7-10. That's tough. Scored in less than 2 minutes on that last one. All Sterling so far. Got the Beat Diggers outnumbered too. Their bench is about twice as long as the Beat Diggers. And Liam Serjanik set to kick it off. Are they going to force that penalty?
Personal foul on Brush.
We're saying a personal foul on Brush. I didn't see anything. But
yeah, I'm not sure where it's coming from, if it's the sideline or if it's something that somebody said over there. I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that one or guess at all.
Sterling's going to kick off from the Beat Digger 45. He's going to kick it through the end zone for the touchback. I was afraid that Sterling was going to be a very tough opponent, and they haven't done anything to change their minds.
No, they do a great job. We know they throw the ball real well. We know they like to get it in those different receivers' hands. Rose has had a great game tonight. Rose has been a big producer for him.
Colin Cole to the near side. We put Dunker in motion to the far side, and underneath handoff, nothing there, about a 3-yard loss. Isaac Morales gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. They get up second and 13. Set the ball back to 17.
What they did is they had the tight end off the line of scrimmage on this near side. They sent him in motion. They're running a 59 where it's a quick pitch on the outside, hoping that tight end could help with our tackle double team that end over there, but did not work out, and we were tackled for a loss.
Okay, Jurek under center. That was right up the middle. Morales is going to dive forward. He's going to be across the 25, out almost to the 27. They're going to
be Nick Wellen.
Down, Wellen, right down at the 25.
That's an 8-yard pickup out to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Brush.
6:15. Tigers ahead 28-0 here in the third quarter.
And 3rd and 5 is not a bad spot to be in right now. The key is convert it on 3rd down and 5 here and keep this drive going. Let's not let Sterling get back on the field again.
Backs in the tee. Handoff straight up the middle, and there is a first down. Good call there, Coach.
Pickup of 9 yards, first down and 10.
This would be a
Back
first
here to
down.
Welland.
1st and 10 Diggers from the 30-yard line.
Sterling changing up some of their defenders.
And if Brush can keep this this clock running and try to get something out of this, definitely the clock's going to work to their advantage because it's keeping Sterling off the field again.
Wilson Brown wide to the left. Cox in the slot to the left. Backs in the tee. And Welland has it. Blockers. He's got another 5 or 6 yards.
Running off tackle to the far side.
After a 6-yard run, be 2nd and 4.
Set the ball down at the 36-yard line. Gain of 6. Keep the backs in the tee. Then Welland has it again, driving forward. It's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Looks like they're going to mark it down at the 39.
4 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sterling leading by a score of 28-0, but Brush is on the move right now inside their own 40-yard line.
Caleb Cox is bringing the play in, and Coach Holler must have changed the play in mid-motion. He had to turn around and go back and get it. The Beat Diggers will send Cox wide left. Brown to the near side. Cox in motion. 3rd down and short. Morales right up the middle. He's going to be driven back.
That's going to be real close. I'm looking at the far referee as he's walking out there, and if he stands where I think he is, we should have a first down. But Morales entered that line of scrimmage, was standing straight up, and a host of Sterling Tigers just bombarded on him, and he's still laying down on the ground right now.
He got kind of trampled there by Reed Kaiser at 6'3", 280 pounds. Listed as a linebacker. And just Sterling Traeger out there also. Would have got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, not quite. Like I said, he was standing straight up when he hit the line of scrimmage, and the Tigers just came and just, everybody collapsed that line of scrimmage and collapsed him. And so usually when that happens, sometimes good things don't come about. I'm just hoping that it is a matter of just getting the wind knocked out of you and not anything any more than that. He's a vital part of the offense, and we talked about it. They're not very deep, and so anybody that gets hurt is a huge loss for this football team, and especially from him on both sides of the ball. He's very valuable. He's a hustler. He comes up big a lot of times. He's got great speed for the Brush Beat Diggers here, so getting the ball in his hand, he's able to break away. And so that, we just have to kind of wait and see.
And he might have been a little banged up too, because he was didn't start the game. Adrian Lopez started. Northeastern Junior College. For a college that will equip you to go anywhere, let's go further than Northeastern. For more information, go to njc.edu. How about that, Northeastern Junior College? And they brought back wrestling this year.
Oh, they did?
They got last year.
Last year, yep. Little diamond in the rough over here on the Northeastern Plains. I know it's a great school. Lots of kids are able to go there right out of high school and get themselves an associate's degree and take what they've learned there and transfer that into a 4-year college. Has been very successful for a lot of students.
Well, we don't like to see this. They brought the ambulance crew out there with the bag.
Well, it's always good to have somebody like that on site, just in case. It's a little bit more than what, and it looks like it might be, I don't even want to speculate. They got him lifted up. Maybe a knee injury. I don't know. Maybe something with the knee. We'll have to get some more word on that later on. Maybe Coach Schwent might have some information in the post-game show. We'll have to ask him about that.
You get jumped on by a 6'3", 280-pound guy.
That's kind of tough.
It's tough. Beat Diggers 4th down and a foot to go.
So they will be short of the first down, just shy of the 40-yard line. They need to get past the 40 for a first down.
The Beat Diggers set to go for it.
I'd look
the
for
backfield. That's probably Lopez.
I'd look for this to be a straight ahead dive, quarterback sneak.
Oh, he didn't get much, but it might have been. Looks like he's going to have it by the official here on the near side. Yeah, first and 10 Beat Diggers.
And once again, that's important, Rob. You know, they've got a third down conversion, fourth down conversion to keep this drive going.
3:44 and counting. Beat Diggers hurry up the line. Put Brown out to the left side. And hand it to Wellen. He may have a yard or two. Went off to the left side.
Pick up of about a yard and a half, maybe.
Adrian Lopez kind of leading the blocking there. Yep, second and 9. Tigers changing up some more players here.
3 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brushed down by a score of 28-0. The Sterling Tigers are leading from Sterling, Colorado.
This is 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. And there's a pitch to the near side, cutting back, but not much there for Adrian Lopez, who's a senior.
Adrian Lopez that time. Zach Busente there to make the stop.
He comes up limping a little bit too.
Yeah, and he had a knee injury earlier, so last year he hurt his knee, and so he's hobbling a little bit. I'm hoping that that's nothing that's going to be it's going to keep him out. So
3rd and 8 for the Beat Diggers. Ball's out to the 44-yard line. Their own. Brown wide left. Lopez in the lone running back in the backfield. And back pass is Urich. He's got a keeper. He's going to throw it. And into the hands of one of the Tigers. It'll be incomplete. Brown was out there, but
yeah, they came out in the trips formation to the far side of the field, and what he did is he just waggled past to the left there. He's got to get around, set his feet, square his shoulders, and try to throw that quick pass underneath, but it was great defensive coverage on the part of Sterling, and they knocked the ball down, so now we bring up 4th down and 9.
Tiger defenders are used to catching the ball because most of them are playing on offense. And Brown to the near side. Going for it on 4th and 8. Yard back to pass, and he's going to miss his receiver out here in Cox.
Play was intended for Cox.
And it's going to give great field position for the Tigers at the Beat Diggers 47.
And for this high-powered offense, that's not what you want to give them. Is you don't want to give them a short field with those receivers out there and those mismatches to go right down the field and score points again. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brushed down by a score of 28-0. Ron Albo along with Rob Hastings.
Okay, shooting the 44-yard line. Jordan Hume still out there. 2 wides to the right side, 1 to the near side. And he does hand it off up the middle. Nothing doing. Ricky Mendez and Stegner there met him head on. They'll make it 2nd and 9.5. Still no huddle for the Tigers. 2 wides to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Receiver in the slot or wing. Got a new running back there. That's Cade Nelson, a sophomore. And Hume's going to throw it to the near side, and Jacob Segi drops it. It's a little bit behind him. Coverage there by Queen and Adrian Lopez.
Well, I think he got antsy. He wanted to try to take off before he secured the ball, and he got just a little too far ahead of himself, and that's the reason why the incomplete pass. Got to catch the ball first.
3 wides to the right side. No, they holler. Segi turns and looks at the coach. And Hume looking back and forth to the coach. He'll reset his white running back. That's Cade Nelson. Hume's going to throw it to the far side as he had number 11 out there, Trevor Smith. But A little high there, so it'll be 4th and 9. The Tigers, and they're going to bring out their punt team. First time today?
Yep, I think it is the first time.
They'll stop them the first time.
Second punt of the night. Actually, they ran a fake punt that time.
That's right. Yeah. Ben Brown will go deep for the Diggers. He sets up about his 10. Ball bounces, but the kicker gets it up in the air. It's going to be short. Get down about the 23-yard line. Tigers up 28-0. Diggers will have the ball. We've got a minute 8 left here in the third period. A little chilly here tonight, but be great down on the field. Not so great up here in the stands.
No. Ball's at the Brush Beat Digger 23-yard line.
They bring Colin Cole to the near side. Got 4 wide receivers, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Yerk's going to throw it here to the right up the middle. He's got Brown, but we've got a flag on the far side. For a signal from the ref on the far side. Turning around talking to Beat Digger bench, but must be getting a little help from the sideline there. Say, ineligible receiver. Or ineligible man downfield again.
Yep.
Ineligible receiver's even worse. That's 15 yards and loss of downs.
Yes.
You don't want that one.
This is just a 5-yard penalty, so first down again and 15 from the 18-yard line.
Ben Brown out to the near side. Lopez in the slot. Underneath handoff, nothing doing.
Wellens the ball carrier.
Wellens hit down. Solid wall. Big 66 again. Kaiser there.
Rodrigo Del Rio.
He goes 280s. Surgenic's only 155, but you don't see Welland hit the wall that hard very often.
Still second down and 15. Brush on their own, inside their own 20-yard line right now. With 4 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Send 2 wides to the left, and that's going to be the quarter. So with that, let's take a short timeout. We'll be back. The Tigers lead 28-0 as we head to the fourth quarter here from Sterling. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, and the Diggers are going to get ahead south this time. We got to see what that flag is. It's still, they just moved it to the other end of the field.
See what we have installed for the final 12 minutes of the game here, the fourth quarter.
Okay. I guess that's the ball I'm looking at, not the flag. Okay. Ball will be at the 17-yard line. Second down for the Beaters, 2nd and 14. Eric back in the shotgun. 3 wides to the right side. He steps back, launches across the middle. And is that intercepted? And it's going to be a touchdown for the Tigers. Boy, I think that ball got knocked up in the air, and Isaac Harris grabbed it, took it off the left side. And he's 5'1", 145 pounds, and nobody catches him. And that's going to be about a 25-yard ride.
25-yard touchdown. Interception return.
Ouch.
That hurts. 34. 34-0 right now with the extra point underway.
Knock another one free for the Tigers.
25-yard interception. Ouch. And that comes here at 11:48 in the fourth quarter. And the kick is not good this time. So it'll only be 34-0. Tigers get set to kick off after that interception. I think that ball just got batted up in the air. There's another defender. got his hands on it. The passing hasn't gone well for the Beat Diggers.
No.
Really. All the other receptions been on passes or touchdowns. Tigers took it away from their Sajanic ticket.
Sajanic took it off once again.
Colin Cole and Cox deep. A short kick that's going to bounce. And Colin Cole's going to pick it up, head off to the right side, and we get a late flag. The flag go in the air. I couldn't see what happened.
Yeah.
It went off to the right side,
Dominic Cardona making the tackle.
the far side of the field.
Personal foul face mask is the call against the Tigers. The tack on 15 yards and Buster's going to be out
So
near
we
the
move the
40
ball
yard
out
line
about
once again.
the 40. They march that one off. Just off to 41. First and 10, Beat Diggers down 34 to nothing.
41 yard line.
11:43 left in the game. Eric under center. Hands it off to the near side and cutting up for about 5 or 6 yards. That was Lopez on the carry.
Christian Rose on the tackle.
Pick up of about 4 yards on that play for Adrian.
Yeah, maybe even 5. They set the field over there. Well, moves it back a little. Okay. Backs in the tee. Slot to the right, wide receiver to the right. And a handoff straight up the middle. Nothing doing there for Lopez this time.
Lopez the ball carrier once again. Christian Rose.
We're inside of 11 minutes to go in the game.
Hands up there. He got away.
All set at the
It'll be 35 after no gain.
46-yard line. 3rd and 5. Kadri gets away from the bench, calls it out real quick, sends Brown to the right. Lopez and Welland in the backfield, and Urick on a keeper around the right side. He's going to have the first down. He's going to be into Tiger territory down about the 45-yard line. Going to mark it back at the 46.
Pick up of about 8 yards on that play, which is really good. Great awareness for Urick, being able to roll out to the right side, find that little open alley, and just cut upfield and get what he can get. And as a result, it's a first down.
Sterling brings in 64. Rodrigo Del Rio at 285 pounds, 6'1" in the middle there. And it's run around the near side. Lopez gets whacked across the face there. Goes down pretty hard. It's a little slow coming up.
Pick up of no gain.
Just nothing there. 2nd and 10. Ball at 46.
9:44 to go in the final quarter.
Beat Diggers headed south from the near sidelines. Brown will come over the near side wide. 2 tight ends. Well, we'll put Cox in motion to the far side. Urick back to pass. He's putting it up long for Brown and almost intercepted. Little short going into the wind, and that was Trevor Smith at 5'7", 130 on the coverage.
Yeah, he needed to get that ball out a little bit quicker because Brown had him beat, but with that wind right there, it's got to be a little bit lower and quicker on the line, and that becomes a pass if he can just get it a little bit quicker out of his hands.
He was just right there, and the coverage was right there too. So it had a great idea there, just didn't quite work. Urick. He's a keeper around the right side, nothing there. It's going to be run over and dropped for maybe a loss. Definitely no gain.
That'll bring up 4th down for him from Sterling's 46-yard line. They're in positive territory, but just can't take advantage of it and convert on third downs to keep these drives alive.
Trying to move them big guys out of the middle. Paxton out there at 6'3", 200. Del Rio at 6'1", 285. Hunter Paxton at 6'3", 200. Gary back to pass, throws it long, and Cox is picked up, and that's Brown picked up and thrown down, and follows way over his head. Coverage out there by Jacob Segi. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 46 of Sterling by the Tigers. He's going to take over on downs. 8:31 on the clock.
And Sterling, that time they sent a little bit of a delayed blitz, so they waited to let people clear who were going to be coming out of the line, out of the backfield, trying to go for a pass. Watched as it went down. They ran a little delayed blitz, got right in Cade's face, and just a little bit of time there took him, out of his rhythm as far as getting that ball downfield.
He rose to the near side. And snap, got a different quarterback out there. That's number 12, and he's going to run it up for about 6-7 yards. Maybe a little more.
Yeah, at this time of the game with a 34-0 lead. Smart thinking on the part of Sterling. Take your number one guy out of there. Let him get rest. Let these younger guys get some playing time, and that's a good call on the part of Sterling.
Brock Shala, sophomore at 5'9", 150. He shows some quicks out there. And he's going to hand it off this time right up the middle and breaking into the clear and up for a big gain down to the 30. That's a huge gain there, about 4-yard line.
16-yard gain.
Tigers on the march. Send Trevor Smith at 5'7", wide to the left side. Receiver in motion out of the slot, handed to the deep back, nothing there. Deep Tigers going to bring down. Sebastian Medina in on the stop, along with Isaac D. Herrera. Go ahead.
Approaching the 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. They get another score here. It's a running clock at that point.
Segi in motion, gets the handoff, going across the left side. He gets hit, breaks a tackle, dives forward. I have about 4 yards out of that.
Being brought down by Lopez.
See where they mark it down. Still no huddle for the Tigers. New quarterback with Brock Shala out there. Let the clock run a little bit at 6:40. Little bubble screen to Segi. He breaks one tackle, but not the two. There's no gain there. Going to make him a yard or two. Set it down up to 25.
Should bring it 4 down to 4.
25-yard line.
Just a short gain for him, a little 1-yard gain. With all that running, that's all he picked up.
Smith and Segi to the left. A high snap, come to the near side, and nothing there.
Connor Poland the ball carrier that time. He's going to be shot short. First down,
Ricky Mendez, along with a host of other beat diggers in on the tackles. The beat diggers will take over on downs. 6:02 on the clock. They set up, change position. Don't forget the Central Auto Parts. You need your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape. So make sure you take care of them by purchasing the best quality parts at great prices at your local Napa store. Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Cade Drake under center. Hands it off to the right side. And Wellen will be up for a couple, 3 yards.
McCracken over there.
Gain of about 5.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Everybody's riding away there. We'll call it second to long 5. Beat diggers hurry up to the ball. 5:33 and counting. Eric under center, calls out the play, and now we get the flag.
Before the play can start.
Not sure.
Subs in for the Tigers.
We'll see what they say here. Dead ball offside, it's on the deep there. I think maybe Brown moved on the far side.
Wow.
I couldn't tell for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Penalty on the start that time, back them up 5.
So it'll bring down 2nd and 10.
We'll set it.
Bring the All-Brand in on the defensive line now for the Tigers.
Set the ball with the
Jordan Corberdan.
Back at the 23-yard line, is it? 25?
24, I think. Just short of the 25. And Yuri pins it underneath, coming right up the middle. Oh, well, and drives it across the 30.
Except about 7, I think.
McCracken. 3rd and 3 now for Brush.
Set the ball down at the 32. Seems like wherever they're setting the ball, there's players in the way. We can't see where they're setting it down. It's got the wrong angle here. Kind of moved away from that big speaker. I hope it's a little better. And there's a run off the right side. Not much.
Making a stop there on 3rd down. You see the defense helping out. Going to be a 4th in. It'll bring a 4th down and a long run now for Brush.
4th and 1. I don't know if it's that long, but
Good call for a bootleg right now. I mean, that's been a big hitter the few times that Cade has ran it. He's been able to pick his alleyway there and get upfield, so we'll see what happens depending on the formation they come out in.
set the ball right down at the 33. He's got to take it to the 34. Eric under center. He's going to hand it off the right side and drive him forward. Nice job by Wellen. He's going to pick up about 8 yards, I think.
He's running an off-tackle play on the far side of the field, what we call our 46.
First and 10 Diggers. 3:48 we're counting on the clock. Two Diggers really help out, at least not to be shut out. It'd be nice to get a score. Jackson T hands off to the left side, cutting up the middle and across the 50 and down to the 44-yard line. Nice job. I think that was Lopez on the carry, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Pickup of 11 yards on the play. Brings up first down and 10 at 3:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Starting leading by a score of 34-0.
Set the ball up to 44, first and 10. 44 of the Tigers. Tigers got some younger guys in there, but where to go? Across the right side, breaking across, and getting the first down, almost a 20-yard pickup there. The 18 by Urick. He called that quarterback keeper. He's good at faking the ball too.
Yes.
Running back has it, but they didn't. Let's put it down at the 26-yard line. First and 10 Diggers. Down 34-0. Diggers driving. Running to the near side. Not much there for Lopez. Pick up a yard.
Lopez, the ball carrier. Ethan Bennett gets up off the bottom of the pile. Second in now for the Tigers.
Move it down to the 24. So a gain of 2 for Lopez. The runner looked like he was going to be hit down in the backfield.
Yep.
Brown to the right. Here's that tight formation right in the center of the field. Sterling's 24, underneath handoff, and just driving forward. That was what you call an offensive line push.
Great surge by the Brush offensive line, getting underneath those guys and just driving them back and getting positive yards. Brings up a third down.
It really helps when the guys are a lot smaller than them 200, 300-pound guys.
We're matching up against guys that are about our size right now.
Yeah. Okay. Third and long one. Ball set at the 16. And they're breaking into the clear, driving for a touchdown. Really close, maybe a half inch short, it looks like.
Just outside the end zone. Great burst of speed through the line of scrimmage on the part of Was that Nick Wellen? Wellen, great job, great acceleration.
Oh man, there was just a hole right up the middle. So the Tigers are going to change up some of the linemen there. Beat Digger's trying to get up the line and catch him off guard. Wellen off the right, and he's got a Beat Digger touchdown.
He's across the end zone.
1 yard.
1 yard touchdown run at 1 minute and 11 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
34-6 Tigers.
Okay, finally for the Beat Diggers. Fourth quarter run, 1 yard. Be sure a little bit, Ron.
Well, that cold weather's coming in. We're supposed to have some rain and cold weather over the weekend leading into Monday, so we're getting our first taste of it. Puga's in for the extra point.
He sets up, snaps down, kicks, block. Oh,
and there's a flag. Referee does signal that somebody got a handle on it, so we've got a, I don't know what that call was.
Legal participation.
Yes.
Is that what that is?
Substitution.
Okay.
So we got 12 guys on the field.
Oops. Yep, so that'll make it 30-6 for the Tigers. The Tigers do get a touchdown, first one in 2 weeks. So. And like I said, they took out the big guys, and the Tigers match up pretty well when everybody's about the same size.
Yes.
Looks like the Tigers got an awful lot of guys out there too. There, a couple come off. They get set up to receive the kickoff. Sets it up on the tee at his 40.
And as the wind's picking up, you can hear it in the background.
Coming out of the southeast, then northwest. It's getting a little chillier here. They're set to kick it off. A nice high kick's going to bounce in front of the Tiger. He catches it on the bounce. That's number 29. Finally going to be hit down. Let's see, that's Connor Politz, a 5'4", 125-pound freshman.
Follows the 25 where he's brought down.
No fear there, no bigger than this.
No.
He'll be hit down about the 25-yard line. First and 10 for the Tigers. .102 on the clock. And the Tigers huddled up. Of course, that's interchanged possession. A little confusion on lining up there. Now they're set. And handoff right up the middle. Not much there. Rock Shallow quarterback. And that's down to 48 seconds and counting.
Michael Nichols making the tackle from Russ.
59 running in at the last minute. That's good off. Run to the right, left side, and hit down hard is number 10. That's Jackson McCracken, a sophomore, 6 foot 165. Clock winding inside of 20 seconds to go. And we got Caden Seeds coming out. He's 5'5", 150 pounds. Okay, there's a carry off to the left side. Not much there, and that's going to do it for the ball game. 34-6. Sterling Tigers having the Rush Beat Diggers. And Ballers shivering here, so we'll head back for a couple minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back, Sterling. And the Tigers win over the Beat Diggers, but we'll have that split up here shortly. But we'll head on to next week, where the Beat Diggers will take on Valley at home. And they'll go to Wells Central the 13th of October, then on to Platte Valley and Fort Lupton to wrap up the season. The Tigers will play Platte Valley, so they'll have their hands full next week. That'll be an exciting game to watch. And the Mustangs from Fort Morgan are at Meade tonight, and then they'll take on Centaurus. Meade at home, and then Silver Creek will come to Fort Morgan the 13th of October. So we'll have a lot more football in Morgan County. Of course, the Wiggins Tigers are playing hard tonight too, I think, Ron. And well,
everybody in northeast of Colorado is working their tail off tonight. And we're talking about brush. Once again, get back to the drawing board again. You know, a matter of just I'm out of breath. I had to run upstairs real quick here, so I'm trying to catch my breath.
It's okay. But, well, we started it off at 3:27 of the first quarter.
First quarter, yep.
Sterling with a 29-yard pass from Hume to Rose. And then the extra point was good. And then at 5:14 of the second period, Sterling scored by a 3-yard pass from Hume to Rose. And the extra point was good, made it 14-0. Then at 9:02 of the third, Sterling had a 17-yard pass by Hume, and the extra point was good, made it 21-0. Then at 7:10 of the third period, only less than 2 minutes later, Sterling scored on another Hume pass to number 35, and I lost that paper. But that made it 28-0 with the extra point, and then the interception return, 25 yards, and that made it 34-0 because the extra point wasn't good. And let's see, then we ended up 34-6. Is that right? I think
that's correct.
We're
yep.
34-6.
We did not, with the extra point, we had a legal substitution. We had 12 guys on the field, so the extra point was no good, so that's where we ended up the game with. But, you know, for Brush to be able to score at the end of the game here, put some points on the board, not get shut out, that's a positive. You know, as we look at this game and you look back on what happened, Brush was in control early in the game. Their defense was able to stop them. Their offense was on the field, and they were chewing up time on the clock, which is exactly what Coach Schwinn said. That would be their best defense, is their offense on the field. The problem that we run into, and they ran into, is a matter of, you know, like I said, just getting worn down, you know, by bigger teams that just keep coming at you. That passing attack put a lot of stress on the defensive backs. It caused them to run all over the field, and with only 3 down linemen there was no way for them to get any kind of a pass rush on Hume or to get anybody up there and get in his passing lane. So it made it really, really difficult for them to get any kind of pressure on him.
Well, that 3-man line worked real well in the first half, but they kind of adjusted to it too in the second half.
And when they had those 5 receivers out and we had the 3-man line, they said, let's just go ahead and take advantage of that, run right at the heart of the defense there, and they were able to pick up good plays. Hume's a great quarterback. He's a great athlete. He knows he throws the ball very well. He knows how to command that offense, and he knows how to take control on that football field. Right now we're joined by head coach Lance Schwitt. Hang on a second.
Okay. And, of course, not only that, Sterling has that big set of big linemen, and Hume at 6'7", receivers at 6'6" and 6'3". And hi, Coach.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, they got some big kids. You know, their size. You know, we can handle size. Their speed was hard to match, especially our defense. The kids played hard, but you know, our offense didn't give them a lot of opportunities, and again, you know, we got to figure it out.
Well, then you got to start from scratch when you go against, after you see Sterling play. It's not like it's easy preparing for them, is it?
No, it's kind of hard to give that kind of look because they have so many athletes. Our kids do the best they can on scout team and stuff like that, but until you're out here and you see that speed for real, it's hard to adjust to it. And But, I mean, defensively, I thought for the most part, first half we did a great job, and it just came down to offensively, we're just not being able to put points on the board, and kind of take a hard look at that and find out if it's scheme or play calling or a little bit of both. But it's frustrating, but hopefully we'll come out next week. We get a home game, homecoming, and I know our kids will be ready to fight.
Well, it looked like their defensive backs were mostly receivers, and they were really closing on the ball.
Oh yeah, they're the most athletic defensive backfield we've played against, and we kind of knew that going in, and we said that if we ever had to get into a shootout with them, that's not a good thing, and we found ourselves having to throw the football a few more times than we wanted to because they were packing the box in, and they're so athletic back there that they were able to make some plays that you got to tip your hats off to them.
Well, go down 34-6, but we've always got next week. Got the Valley coming in.
Yep, it's a homecoming game. Finally get to play at home again, and it's the Valley Vikings. So they're another team that's they were 3-1 going into tonight. So I don't know how they ended up, but it's another team that's have very few losses, and so we got to be ready to play them.
Okay, well, thanks for coming up, Coach. It's at least a short trip home tonight.
Yeah. Thank you guys for all you do.
Okay, thanks a lot. Coach Swint doing a great job. The kids are really responding to him. It's just sometimes they're bigger, faster, and it's hard to beat guys that are bigger and faster and taller. And
more athletic. And
yeah.
and you hit it right, the nail right on the head there. And I know Coach Schwint. I've known him for a long time, and he takes his stuff hard. He takes it to heart. He's very passionate about what he does, and it's definitely something he's not going to rest on. He's going to go back and evaluate what can be done different. And I think when he sits back and takes a look at this, it's not going to be a matter of scheme. It's not going to be a matter of what they did or what they shouldn't do. It's just a matter of we were just out hustled and we were outplayed, and that's just what it comes down to. Athletes, he said it right there. They've got athletes on their side of the field. We didn't have as many to match up with them, and that's just the honest opinion and the honest evaluation from watching this game. Anybody that came out here and saw this would be able to agree with us. I'm pretty sure that they've got great athletes, and matching up with them and being able to compete with them was not in the cards tonight. So they're just going to work with what they've got. They're going to go back. They're going to, well, like I said, I say this, week in and week out. I know this coaching staff, they're going to be looking at film on Sunday. They'll be figuring out what they worked on, what they need to work on, and they're going to come back to the drawing board again on Monday in film session with the football players, and then be ready to go on the field once again on Tuesday and start putting things together, getting that game plan intact for next Friday night against the Valley. So, this team's not going to give up. They're going to give you everything they got. They're going to prepare every week, and they're going to prepare to win games. And so there's never not going to be any letdown on the part of this coaching staff or this football team.
No, it is. We got a lot of good kids out there. They fight hard, and they're fun to watch. And then after watching Sterling, you got to kind of admire what they're doing. It's a little different look, and when you get beat, it always hurts. But if you get thumped a little bit, it's easier than the tough ones.
Well,
I think toughest ones are the close ones that you should be able to win.
And when you talk about athletes on the Sterling football team, these are the same athletes that are on that basketball court that were state champions, I believe, last year. Or in the finals last year in the state championship. So they're loaded with athletes right now. Those skilled players, those receivers and defensive backs are basketball players, and those guys just know how to get open. They're very shifty. They're very smooth. And so, hats off to Sterling. They've got a great group of athletes through here, and these guys are going to go ahead. They're going to go a long way with this talented group here if they can keep it together. And this offense and this passing game is awful hard to defend against. It puts a lot of pressure on defensive backs, puts a lot of pressure on defensive coordinators to figure out how they're going to get pressure on that quarterback. Because if you don't get pressure on him, he's got all day long to pick you apart. And if not, he'll take off and he'll run. So he's a huge threat there. He runs the ball, he throws the ball really well, and he just knows how to command the offense. So hats off to Sterling. They're going to be a tough team to beat.
Okay, well, that kind of wraps up this week. We'll be back on the air next week at 7 o'clock against the Valley Vikings, and we'll be on home turf again.
Going to be nice to be home. Yep.
Yeah. Seems like Beat Digger's been playing it away from home a lot here.
Well, we had 3 games on the road, a home game, and then now another away game. Now we get a home game. It's going to be nice to be sitting inside a booth and inside some stands for, inside a press box finally instead of out in the elements. So
Yeah, this is a little interesting tonight. So, okay. Well, Ron, thanks for everything.
thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun. I enjoy it.
Okay. I hope everybody we enjoy doing it, and great kids out there, and it's nice to have them coached by a good bunch of guys, and that's all you can ask is great effort and great talents. Sometimes you those hard knocks are part of life, and
Yep.
you pick yourself up and work hard the next time.
Just keep the kids positive and wait till next week. They got another week to go.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. Sterling Tigers 34, the Brush Beat Diggers 6. That'll wrap it up from Sterling for Rob and Ron and all our great sponsors. Rose for running the board. We'll say good night from Sterling. Sterling Tigers 34, Beat Diggers 6.